meter, the square box. And he tells me, he says, I gotta check your pipe for radiation.
This is how it go. I got some secrets, I'm shaking the game so they stay on their toes. Stay in your lane, how to stay on the go. I can play with the pros and act like a rookie so they overlook me. Then I double up and get none of their nose. None of them cold, they just got lucky but never adapted. So I'm 10-1 if it's coming to blows. My enemies cutting it close. I let them think that they got me, but what do you know? I had them beat before we ever spoke. I'm ready for smoke. I need to know everything, who and the what and the where. I need everything. Trust me, I hear what you're saying, but act like it's new what you're telling me. I'm curious.
What's going on, guys? Welcome to Trucking with Old Snapper. And I am Old Snapper. If you're new to the channel, hit that like and subscribe button. It don't cost a thing. It's free and it helps me out, helps the channel out. All that kind of good stuff. Anyway, I just left my buddy's house here in Waco. I drove up here to Waco yesterday and then I finished driving up to Dallas today. Get checked in the hotel. Gotta go do a couple different things, and tomorrow morning I go take my physical and all that kind of good stuff for orientation. Orientation tomorrow, Thursday, and Friday. If everything goes good, I should be rolling this weekend. But anyway, I want to talk about something that I didn't really get a chance to talk about the time when it happened because there was so much going on. Plus, I was working and I was busy. I didn't have time to set up cameras and talk about it much. But anyway, I picked up a load of drill pipe. And I guess it was drill pipe they didn't use. It was going back to wherever they bought it from or whatever. However all that works, I'm not sure. But I picked up a load of drill pipe, like 2 7/8. First off, it was a weird load from the beginning. One, it was supposed to be chrome pipe. Couldn't touch any metal. But when I get there, it's all out there in the mud, laying on boards in the mud, basically. And they're picking it up and loading it on my truck with a forklift. You know, got the metal forks. They're not covering the forks or nothing. Company guy comes up to me and tells me, he says, man, this pipe can't touch nothing. You know, it can't touch no metal. So it can't touch the pipe stakes. It can't touch none of that stuff, right? I'm looking at him kind of weird because it's like, hold on, man. This stuff was, one, it was just in the mud. Number two, you're loading it with a forklift. You don't have no carpet on your forks or nothing. I mean, you're just straight scooping it up, just squaring it out and throwing it on the trailer. And you're worried about what it touches on the trailer? All right, whatever. Well, I load this stuff up and take it to where it's going. Well, when I get to where it's going, it's a pipe laydown yard, a company there in Victoria. And I hate being squeezed between trucks. I drive trucks, and I don't like being squeezed between trucks. Anyway, it's laydown yard there in Victoria. They got a sign on the fence that says, park and get with the main office. You know, but I ignore it. Like I normally do. I just pull off in there. I know where it's going. You know, I can see the 2 7/8 pipe back there. I know that's right where it's going. Well, this guy comes running across the yard, freaking out. I mean, he's freaking out. And what he says to me, or maybe I wasn't paying attention, but he says, man, you need to go back out, park on the street. And there may be radioactive pipe in here. It's what I think he told me. So I go back, I get in my truck, I circle around, I get back out on the street, park on the shoulder. That's a public highway, public road. I'm parked on the shoulder out there, and I'm like, well, they need a sign on the fence. That's what I'm thinking. They need a sign on the fence that says, may have radioactive pipe or, possibility of radiation in there. They didn't have none of that. Well, a few minutes goes by, and this guy comes out with this meter, this square box. And he tells me, he says, I gotta check your pipe for radiation. So, whoa, hold on a minute. You mean I might have radioactive pipe? Yes, sir. Well, that would have been good information when I picked it up. You know, if you haul anything with any kind of radiation on it, and at any level, number one, your trailer has to be placarded. You know, you have to warn the public. Your trailer has to be placard. Nobody said anything about this pipe may be radioactive when I picked it up. You know, so I mean that kind of threw me off. So he starts going over my pipe, and he's going over every inch of the trailer. He even goes around my truck, and he says, "No, you're good. You're good." Well, see, that's something I've hauled drill pipe before, but that's the first time I've ever encountered that. Apparently, someone at some point in time had brought some pipe, and it was radioactive. Or don't know why. I don't know. I'm not a oil field expert. I have no idea how pipe sitting out in a field becomes radioactive, but it does, I guess. And I've been on a lot of drill sites. I don't think I've ever seen a sign that had a warning for radiation on a drill site. Normally when you pull up to a drill site, they'll have a board out there, and it'll have your warnings like no smoking, no this, no that. You know, if they got any chemicals. If they're running frac sand, they'll have chemicals that mix with the frac sand. They'll have warnings for that. You know, so, but I don't think I've ever seen a radioactive one. And if I have, I don't remember. But I don't think I've ever seen. I know for sure when I picked up that drill pipe, there wasn't nothing on there that said radioactive. They had like 3 signs. It was a little bitty drill site. It was a single rig. It wasn't a double or a triple. It was a small little location. You know, this pipe hadn't been used. It'd been sitting in the field. You know, it was pipe they didn't use when they did their drilling. You know, I could see maybe drilling, I guess, if you're running pipe down in the earth, maybe it gets radioactive that way. I mean, I'm not real sure. Maybe one of y'all out there has the answers about that, or how drill pipe becomes radioactive in the oil field. But pipe sitting out on the ground, I wouldn't think it should have the same qualities it had when it left wherever they bought the pipe from, right? Yeah, that's what I would think. But apparently, that's not the case. Sometimes it gets radioactive. But they need to be checking that stuff. Number one, they need to notify the driver that the pipe may be radioactive. Number 2, that's something they need to check before you haul it. You can't haul something radioactive from one location to another, exposing the public, exposing cars around you. You know what I'm saying? Park on a public roadway with cars going by you out in front of a place while they check to see if it's radioactive before they allow you to take it in their yard. And then my second thing is, why, if it's radioactive and they're not going to take it, now what am I going to do with it? You know, I'm stuck with a load of pipe that's radioactive that nobody told me to begin with might be radioactive on a public roadway. You get what I'm saying? I mean, there's so many things wrong with that whole scenario and that whole situation. You know, there's so many things wrong with that whole scenario and that whole situation. That's all I got for today. I hope all of you are doing great, staying safe, being good to one another out there. Looks like I'm starting to get up through town here, and I'm gonna get up to Dallas, get checked in, grab me a shower, or I may go sit by the pool, drink a little bit of tea, sweet tea, and enjoy the view, and then go grab a shower and kick back and relax for the evening. I got a physical tomorrow morning, physical and drug test, all that kind of good stuff. Y'all take care. We'll catch you on the flip side.
That's just how it go. I got some secrets, I'm shaking the game so they stay on their toes. Stay in your lane, how to stay on the go. I came to play with the pros and act like a rookie, so they overlook me. Then I double up again, none of their knows. None of them cold, they just got lucky but never adapted. So I'm to the one if it's coming to blows. My enemies cutting it close. I let them think that they got me, but what do you know? I had them beat before we ever spoke. I'm ready for smoke. I need to know everything, who and the what and the where. I need everything. Trust me, I hear what you're saying, but act like it's new what you're telling me. I'm curious.